Good morning. Will you join me in the spirit of prayer? Before the ceremony begins, before great words are spoken and students receive their degrees and pictures taken, we stop and breathe and give thanks for this day, for the blessed cool air, for the lush green of Hood's campus, and everyone who has made today's celebration possible. We give thanks for knowledge shared in every building that surrounds us, for success and failure that each have shown us an important truth, for disappointments that have challenged us, and forgiveness that allows us to begin again, but especially for wisdom and hope that set their sights always a few steps beyond where we believe we can go. Great Spirit of life, some of us find you in church or mosque, synagogue or sangha. Some of us know you in the beauty of art, literature, and music, others in the magnificence of nature. In whatever way we come to see you, we feel you here in this moment, celebrating with us and the class of 2017. Bless this commencement, these graduates, and all who love them. May our ceremony bring deep appreciation for your many gifts, and may today inspire us to be instruments of your peace in this world. Amen.
Please be seated and relax. Good morning. I'm Phil Berkheimer, and I'm the chair of the Board of Trustees. And on behalf of the board, it's my honor and pleasure to welcome you to this beautiful campus for the 120th commencement exercise at Hood College. Today is a very special day. It's a day that marks the achievements of our graduates and their families. It marks the triumph of outstanding faculty who have guided these scholars through this transformational journey, and the success of our staff and administration who have steered and supported these last few years. You all have much of which to be proud. On a personal note, this will be my last commencement ceremony serving as board chair. Our board consists of 15 alumni, one parent of an alumnus, and one board member who is both an alum and the parent of an alum. And yet, for those of us with no educational connection to this college, every day we are amazed by the stories of success, creativity, commitment, and discipline that we hear coming out of Hood. I'm honored to have been with such a fine institution, and I hope as you make your way in the world, you'll share the same pride. It's been my distinct pleasure to work the last 2 years beside our superb leader. In her 2 years on campus, through word and through deed, she has shown that she stands for all that Hood stands for. Now to begin today's commencement program and to offer remarks, it's my pleasure to introduce Hood College President Andrea Chapdelaine.
Welcome, everyone, to the 120th commencement exercises of Hood College. As you know, last year was my first presiding over Hood's commencement, so I can't promise I will do it perfectly this year, but it's sure to be a bit smoother than last. But alas, we do have a new rookie on stage, Provost Ricker. So no worries, class, even if we do make mistakes, your degrees count. So let us begin by acknowledging the many who have gathered with us today. The trustees of Hood College generously give their time, talent, and treasure to support and strengthen this fine college, and have done so ably under the leadership of Phil Berkheimer. Would the members of the board stand to be recognized for all they do for Hood? I also wish to thank members of our Board of Associates, alumni, and other friends of the college and this community who have taken time to be with us today. Join me in applause for them. Graduates, as you know, the Hood faculty and staff's commitment to providing an excellent educational experience, selfless service to Hood, and above all, their concern and love for each of you is evident on a daily basis and for the tenure of their careers here at Hood. Students, please join me in a round of applause to thank the faculty and staff who have supported, guided, and applauded you during your time here. Next, let us join together in applauding your parents, siblings, grandparents, aunts, uncles, other relatives, classmates, friends, fiancés, partners, even probably some pets out there, who are all joining us on this most joyous day. Many of our graduates are legacy. That is, a family member of a previous Hood graduate. I can think of no greater expression of love for alma mater than to entrust sons and daughters, grandsons and granddaughters, nieces and nephews to us. 28 of our graduates are legacies, many with multiple relatives. 2 graduates, Alyssa Burdett and Caroline Kenna, both have 3 relatives who also graduated from Hood. This year, I started a new tradition at Hood by inviting these relatives to greet their students as they come off the stage after receiving their diploma. 7 of you are veterans, including C.J. Blickenstaff, Lamar Fontaine, Jonathan Golnaris, Kyle Kauslerich, Jeffrey Larson, Grant Napier, and Joshua Yershi. And a special round of applause to Cadet Taylor Winding, who became a U.S. Army officer at the ROTC commissioning ceremony on Thursday. And together, you have grown academically, socially, and spiritually. 20 of you have studied abroad in locations such as Croatia, India, France, Germany, Spain, England, Italy, Ireland, and Greece. This year alone, 80 of you completed internships at a rich diversity of locations, including just next door at the hospital, the United Way, the Downtown Frederick Partnership, the County State Attorney's Office, the U.S. Department of State, and the Maryland State Police. You have spent countless hours fulfilling our mission of service, including Mayella Brown's work with Daybreak Adult Day Services and Amber Taverner's work at the Maryland DC Campus Compact. Will Alyssa Ann Burdett and Andela Golomak please stand and be recognized? Thank you. For all of you, your success has opened many doors. I'm so excited to see what lies ahead. Internships experiences have led to full-time jobs for several of you, including Savannah Badaju, who will be working with the JLG Industries, Emily Higby at the Boys and Girls Club, and Gary Lopez Moniz at Booz Allen Hamilton. Alex Janot will be heading to California this summer to begin his doctoral program in chemistry at UC Irvine. Logan Samuels will soon be a member of the entering class to Catholic University's Law School. Chloe and Rebecca Jackson will be attending East Carolina University for school counseling and social work. Robert Sargison will attend Howard University to study chemistry, and Shannon Welch will be headed to Alice Solomon University in Berlin to study intercultural conflict mediation. Congratulations to all of you. And yes, even for those of you who do not have a set game plan beyond where you're going for dinner tonight, rest assured the future is bright for you as well. Although today you become an alumna or an alumnus of Hood College, you are always a member of the Hood family. Hood will be here for you. Call on us to provide support and guidance. We will welcome you. We will feed you. Please stay involved and give back to your alma mater with your own time, talent, and treasure. The third reason I know the future is bright is because although I have not had 4 years to get to know each of you, these past 2 years have been enough to assure me that you will shine in this world. From the moment I stepped on campus, you extended a warm hood welcome to me and my family, even while missing Dr. Volpe. You were generous with your time and insight, helping me better understand Hood, especially those traditions, and thereby making my job easier. Dave, Daniel, Ben, and I have had great times with you, be it at convocation, inauguration, bingo nights, community service, a trip to the State House, athletic events, midnight breakfast, homecoming and family weekend, performances, May Madness, and so much more. I have especially treasured our conversations and meals together, whether in my home or the dining hall. Finally, I have seen the strength and passion of this class. You speak up when you need to for the betterment of your peers, Hood, or the world. You identify what is not working. You let me know about it, but you also jump in to fix it. Because of your activism and can-do attitude, you have made a lasting impact on Hood. Speaking of, I am thrilled, deeply honored to thank you for your senior class gift. Earlier this week, you presented me with a check of $4,169.34, a gift that represents nearly 50% of giving. That's astronomical. I couldn't be more proud of your generosity. Thank you. But again, it is your strength, passion, and commitment will be the legacy by which I will remember the class of 2017. Commencement Heath. Born in Barcelona, Spain, she has been with Hood's College Department of Global Languages and Culture since 1982. She has taught undergraduate and graduate courses, everything from elementary Spanish to peninsular Spanish literature. Professor Commencement Heath is also a novelist and a literary translator. She has written 5 novels, among them a trilogy that focuses on Barcelona at the turn of the 20th century, and a nonfiction book based on her experiences in America. Carol Calmerton. Dr. Calmerton joined Hood College in 1978. She is an active scholar and she has given more than 200 talks at academic conferences and keynote speeches here and abroad. She has published 5 books and more than 75 articles. Her book on Toni Morrison and William Faulkner received an award from the Toni Morrison Society. Professor Calmerton has received numerous research awards and grants, and her research interests include postmodern approaches to writing, biography, and to interdisciplinary studies. Dr. Betty Mayfield. Dr. Mayfield has taught at Hood since 1979. She arrived to develop the mathematics program in the Learning Assessment and Resource Center. She has taught virtually every course the Department of Mathematics offers. Professor Mayfield was honored with the Mortar Board Excellence in Teaching Award. As a member of the Mathematical Association of America, she has been involved in its activities at both the regional and national levels. She has served the association most recently as governor of the Maryland, D.C., Virginia section and as national first vice president. Ruffin. Dr. Ruffin joined the Hood College Psychology Department in 1990. With a strong background in minority student development and family counseling, she specializes as a clinician in addiction, family and marital therapy, and adolescent issues. Professor Ruffin was honored with the Outstanding Teacher Award from the National Institute on the Teaching of Psychology and also a Service Learning Faculty Award from the Summer Research Institute presented by the Maryland, D.C. Campus Compact. Judy Sherman. Dr. Sherman joined Hood's Department of Education in 1990, having been with the Frederick County Public Schools system for more than 32 years. Wow, they really give the numbers in these. She finalizes her career at Hood, having served as department chair and the director of the Master of Science in Curriculum and Instruction. Professor Sherman's main research and teaching interest is exploring how to use American Sign Language in the classroom and as part of her teaching curriculum at Hood. ASL signs can paint a cognitive picture, and there has been documented success with using ASL in the classroom. It is my understanding that Dr. Carrie Strand was not able to join us today. So, okay, but let's give her a round of applause as well. Our senior class president has somehow kept his position a secret all year. So his parents and family are just now finding out who our next speaker is. Blaine Myron Daisy Jr. is from Lewes, Delaware, and a graduate of Sussex Technical High School. He is graduating today with a Bachelor of Arts in Integrated Marketing and Communications. During his time at Hood, Blaine, better known as BJ, has been an active member in the Student Life Office where he spent time as a resident assistant. He was also a captain of the Hood College swim team, and as we know, an outstanding swimmer. As a marketing intern with the Westin and Sheraton hotels, he created social media campaigns to market to a younger crowd. He was also a teacher assistant in the physical education department as a Zumba instructor for the past 3 years. At the athletic award ceremony, he was awarded the President's Award. Great honor to do that. It was presented to a student who's made outstanding contributions and modeled outstanding leadership to the college. Blaine's future plans include working and going to graduate school this fall at the Florida International University for his master's in hospitality management. Please welcome Blaine Myron Daisy Jr. to the podium.
Thank you, President Chamberlain. And to my family, surprise! Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the class of 2017, I would like to thank the faculty, staff, and administration for mentoring us during our time here at Hood College. I would also like to thank our family and friends and pets for being an irreplaceable support system. 4 years ago, we were filled with what-ifs. Everything was up in the air, and we hadn't the slightest idea of what our next major decision was going to be. Now, here we are. We have become smarter, more textbook savvy, and have grown as a family. For those who have known each other throughout our 4 years here at Hood, or for those who are just beginning to know each other, commencement is not our goodbye. but simply our hello, our Hood hello. We came into Hood from many different places, and for many of us, we weren't sure where our destination was going to be. Hood has provided so much for us in the welcoming faculty and staff, as well as the abundance of resources that have given us the opportunities to pursue new dreams and set new goals. Last night at baccalaureate, I equated our time here at Hood similar to an airplane flight that is heading to an exciting, unknown destination. I'm pleased to use that same analogy here, because along this upcoming flight, whether it's to home, a new job, or furthering our education, we can always rely on the amazing opportunities that Hood College gave us. We thank you for being our safe space. Now that our time here at Hood is coming to an end and our new journey is about to take flight, I would like to paraphrase the tune of Auld Lang Syne. Should all our worries be forgot and never brought to mind, we're glad we came to Hood College. Now it's time to say goodbye. I am very honored to have served as your class president, and it was a pleasure flying Hood College with you. Good luck to all of you. Thank you.
You will never hear me sing up here. And just ask my husband whether that's a good idea. It is now my pleasure to award our first honorary degree today. Before I read the citation for Betsy McAlpin, I have to give a shout out to her husband, Harry. Wave, Harry. Who has been as equally dedicated to Hood College as she. We visited with them a few months ago at their home in Virginia, and Harry sent me a lovely letter about Betsy where he jokingly referred to himself as her press secretary. Harry, joke if you must, but your letter served as the inspiration for the citation I am about to read. Betsy McCain McAlpin, as the granddaughter of our founder, Joseph Henry Apple, your association with Hood College began at your birth and has remained steadfast ever since. You started your education on this campus with nursery school and went on to graduate with a Bachelor of Arts degree in English in 1951. While a student, you participated in varsity athletics and were the recipient of the White Blazer Award. Your married life has taken you on journeys around the world. Whether you were involved with a swimming team in Taipei, China, volunteering in the American Embassy community in Canberra, Australia, or teaching at a preschool in McLean, Virginia, you always maintained your commitment to education. Your support of and dedication to Hood College over your lifetime is immeasurable and goes beyond the official roles in which you have served as the Alumni Association Officer, Reunion Class Chair, and class reporter, as chair of the Centennial Celebration, and as the original docent for the Hood History Museum. You were honored in 1997 with the Excellence in Service to Hood College Award, and again in 2008 you were inducted into Phi Kappa Phi and the Hood College Athletic Hall of Fame. You served on the Board of Trustees from 1999 through 2010 and were honored with the title Trustee Emerita. Therefore, be it resolved for all these reasons and many, many more that the trustees, myself, and faculty of Hood College hereby confer upon Betsy McCain McAlpin, the Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto, given under the seal of Hood College in Frederick, Maryland on this day, the 20th day of May, 2017. I now invite Betsy to the podium and the marshals to assist with the hooding. I feel President Apple with us. It is now my pleasure to introduce our second honorary degree recipient and our commencement speaker. Prashanti Vignaraja, your inspiring life journey embodies the American dream. You were born in Sri Lanka and with your family escaped a civil war. The daughter of 2 teachers, you succeeded at the most elite educational institutions in the world and forged a career that has spanned business, law, and government. You graduated from Yale College, where you earned a Bachelor of Science in Molecular Biology and a Master of Arts in Political Science. You went on to study as a Marshall Scholar at the University of Oxford before returning to Yale Law School, where you earned your Juris Doctorate. Your career has been one of education and public service, working with some of the world's most powerful women. As a senior advisor under both Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and Secretary of State John Kerry, you led initiatives related to global health and pandemics, trade and investment, fiscal transparency, and accountable democratic governance. As policy director to First Lady Michelle Obama, you led the Let Girls Learn initiative, which brought together a coalition of U.S. and international government agencies and private sector partners to address the range of challenges preventing adolescent girls across the world from attaining a quality education. You are a leading expert on public policy and philanthropy. Through the founding of Generation Impact, you help organizations develop partnerships to leverage knowledge and expertise, assets, and capital in order to maximize social impact. You, as Hood was at its founding 125 years ago, are driven by the conviction that, if given adequate support and opportunity, girls can change the world. And of course, Hood male graduates too. Therefore, be it resolved for all these reasons and more that the trustees, myself, and faculty of Hood College hereby confer upon Prashanti Vignaraja, the Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto. Given under the seal of Hood College in Frederick, Maryland on this day, the 20th of May, 2017. I now invite Prashanti to the podium and the marshals to assist with the hooding.
Definitely the best and easiest degree I've ever gotten. Good morning and congratulations, class of 2017. Thank you, graduates. Thank you, President Chaplain, for that incredibly warm introduction and for inviting me to help celebrate this magical day. Faculty, parents, friends, invited guests, uninvited guests. It is a true honor to be here with you all. Your graduation speaker this year is 8.5 months pregnant. How enlightened and brave and daring of Pres Chap is that? Enlightened and daring, or really, really desperate. But don't worry, my husband Colin and I have told our baby girl that she is not to arrive early, and as I understand it, children always do what their parents tell them. But just in case she proves to be defiant and decides to surprise us, according to Google Maps, we can get to Frederick Memorial in 4 minutes. And obviously Google Maps is never wrong, right? Pregnant or not, nothing could keep me from being here to celebrate this special day with you. Let me congratulate your parents and grandparents and relatives, the ones who watched you take your first steps and first breaths on this earth, and today get to watch you walk across this sacred stage and take their breath away. Congratulations to the big sisters and big brothers who always believed in you, and the little sisters and little brothers who were shocked you made it out of high school. Congratulations to the friends and teachers and loved ones who have sweetened every success and lent a shoulder for every setback. I especially have to thank Hood College for conferring upon me an honorary degree, officially making me a doctor today. Although I have 3 advanced degrees, have served 2 first ladies, and am about to give the gift of life, I suspect only now will my 79-year-old South Asian mother finally be proud of me. Graduates, we assemble today to honor your achievements, the extraordinary, spellbinding journey of the class of 2017. Congratulations. Your college days have been marked by defining moments for America. In technology, from the arrival of autonomous robots to private shuttles to space. In sports, from the Cubs winning the World Series after a century, to Maryland by itself bringing home more gold medals than all but 5 countries. In pop culture, from the meteoric rise of Hamilton to the groundbreaking drop of Lemonade. In history, from the truly global climate treaty to the Supreme Court recognizing marriage equality as the law of our land. And in politics, from the second term of the first Black president to the election of the first orange one. What an extraordinary 4 years. And while all of that unfolded around you, you were hard at work. From donning dinks on your first day here at Hood, to papers and exams that contributed to countless all-nighters, to friends and teachers that ignited your imagination and intellect. You have at last arrived on this day of ritual to collect your reward. And you deserve it more than most. Many of you have taken out loans and worked your way through school. You have juggled responsibilities publicly, but struggled privately, confiding only to family and friends how hard this has been sometimes. You've no doubt doubted yourselves and been tempted to quit. But just as your parents raised you, and following the proud tradition of this school and our nation, you never did, which is why we gather here to congratulate you. But I'm also here to deliver a call to action on behalf of a generation that desperately needs you. Today, I want to talk with you about the historic progress and modern plight of women in this country, about the journey that remains from citizenship to leadership, from having a seat at the table to being at the head of it. I'll be honest, a few years ago, even a few months ago, I would have hesitated to take on a topic that risks defining me by only one of the many things that defines me. But even that is one of those hesitations that men have never had. I've had the privilege of working for 2 of the most amazing women in the world, Michelle Obama and Hillary Clinton. And I was raised by another one, my mother. If my mother and mentors taught me anything, it is that it is well past time for us to follow Sheryl Sandberg's directive to lean in. So here we go. For the first time in American history, we are at risk of bequeathing to the next generation a country worse than we found it, more divided here at home and less secure around the globe. Our parents and grandparents and their grandparents left us a better world than the one they inherited, and they had to face down a civil war, a Great Depression, the rise of the most poisonous ideologies the world has ever seen, and the threat of nuclear war. So let's try to keep it in perspective the next time we're at Starbucks and the line's too long. Or when our tweets don't get as many followers as we think they should. Of course, that's coming from someone who's tweeted 18 times to 88 followers. If I break 100 thanks to this speech, I'm breaking out the champagne. Well, okay, for now, sparkling cider. Each time, those generations vanquish true mortal threats to the nation and never relinquish their sacred duty as stewards of humanity, mindful of the generations to come. Long before the First Lady put it so perfectly, our forebears embodied what she meant when she said, "When they go low, we go high." Now, I should make an important clarification, because of something I overheard while walking through the pergola. The First Lady said, "When they go low, we go high," not "when they go low, we get high." So parents, do not let them quote the First Lady for that. I'll admit, the first time the First Lady said this in a private meeting to me, I also misunderstood it. My initial reaction was, oh great, here's another short joke. Michelle Obama lording over me the fact that she's a foot taller. Now, I realize that that sounds a little bit sensitive, but you've got to understand, in my very first meeting with the First Lady, she teased me incessantly about my height and joked how the White House needed to institute minimum height requirements like they have at roller coasters. Thanks to the generations of Americans who have taken the high road, with regard to the advancement of women, there is real progress to report, and Hood College has been leading the charge. When Mrs. Obama created Let Girls Learn, what she imagined is what you have had here at Hood College for a century, an institution of exceptional learning chartered in 1893 for, quote, the promotion and advancement of women. Women remain underrepresented across the country in science and math, but here at Hood, with one exception, every one of your mathematics professors are women. A female MBA candidate who will graduate from Hood this afternoon helped manufacture a cancer-fighting drug that helped President Jimmy Carter fight off metastatic brain cancer. We lament that we've never had a woman as president. Well, Hood College has had 3. And your student government elects women all the time. None of them are tweeting out insanity in all caps at 3 a.m. And what I have found uplifting in my conversations about this subject with the graduating men of Hood College is how much they share the same values and commitments. The young men I spoke with already understood what it has taken centuries for the rest of us to figure out, that unleashing the promise of women advances the interests of us all. To the men in the audience, this movement is about the mothers who brought you into this world, the daughters you will one day bring into the world, the women who are or will become your partners and best friends in everything you do. And I don't say this simply because the fate of women impacts the future of men, but because we need your help. Achieving true equality may be the one thing women cannot do alone. In fact, this past January, we all marched shoulder to shoulder with our mothers and sisters and daughters, but also hand in hand with our fathers and brothers and sons, together standing up for the values that unite and define us. And we are seeing encouraging signs of progress, not just at Hood College, but across the country. For the first time, women equal or outnumber men in colleges and universities, graduate schools, law schools, med schools. More women than men will earn master's and doctorate degrees. And that's not even counting the one that I just got. We also have more female US senators than ever before. 3 justices on the Supreme Court, millions of cracks in that highest, hardest glass ceiling, and the first woman in history to win the popular vote for President of the United States. We live in a country where women have made strides towards equality that just a few short years ago would have seemed unattainable, and a few generations ago would have been unthinkable. There's certainly progress to celebrate, but our arc is incomplete. Women have ascended from property and slavery to subordinate spouses and second-class citizens. Now we must make the leap from citizenship to leadership. We have won for ourselves in principle and on paper the right to speak, the right to vote, the right to shape the destiny of our bodies and our families. Now we must secure the right to shape the destiny of our communities and our country. To echo an idea civil rights leader Julian Bond once shared in the context of race, our progress should not become the death of the movement. Let it not be said that the fiercest obstacle to achieving equality for women was the temptation to think we already had. For virtually every stride forward, there has been a reversal, a regression, a retreat. So when a 36-year-old commencement speaker says equal pay for equal work is the exception, or that women's opportunities to advance at upper levels of management are rare enough to be displayed in a museum, it seems like she would be telling you something that you already know. The thing is, that speaker isn't me, although I take the compliment that I could perhaps pass for 36. That was actually Gloria Steinem, delivering the commencement address at Vassar nearly 50 years ago in 1970. Yet today, women are still only paid 83 cents to the dollar. If that stays the same, the men graduating today will earn $1 million more over their careers than the women sitting next to them. Unfortunately, the higher up the ladder you get, the worse it gets. Women have led IBM and Pepsi and GM, but those are the exceptions. The reality is that less than 5% of Fortune 500 companies today are led by women. Women have quietly endured these everyday inequities, and many others for long enough. By the time my parents fled, thousands had been killed. Children were forced to become soldiers as the country descended into civil war. My daughter's life will be easier because my parents' lives were hard. And to me, that is the American dream. Truth is, defiant and ambitious, my mom is an anachronism. And she imagined for herself and her family a world ahead of its time. And that has made all the difference. She would have fit in perfectly today as a student at Hood College. And I am honored to have her here today to help celebrate all of you. Let me end by asking you to imagine with me, as my mom once did, a world ahead of its time. America's first 45 presidents were men. Imagine a world where not just the next 4 or 5, but the next 45 presidents are women. 900 of the 950 Nobel Prizes awarded so far have gone to men. Imagine if 950 of the next 1,000 are won by women. Or imagine a world where women represent not 5%, not 55%, but 95% of the CEOs of Fortune 500 companies. What is remarkable is that for many of us, what I just described is harder to conceive of than curing cancer or a colony on Mars. But maybe that goal shouldn't strike us as audacious or outlandish in the first place. After all, it is literally the mirror of our history, just with the shoe on the other foot. Like shooting an arrow, perhaps we have to aim higher than our mark, aware of the gravitational drag of discrimination, prejudice, and patriarchy. Graduates, everyone knows that James Madison, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington were contemporaries who lived in the same era and shaped our nation. Now just imagine if Harriet Tubman, Susan B. Anthony, Mary Curie, Eleanor Roosevelt, and Oprah all lived in the same day and age. The truth is, they do. They always have. They are born across the country and around the globe every day. We just have never had a world that has allowed all of them to become the women they were meant to be. Thank you again for having me.
Thank you, Krish. That was awesome. Okay, it's time. Are we ready? During the conferring of the degrees, will the audience please refrain from, I always feel funny when I say this, refrain from applause until the degree recipients have received their diplomas and have returned to their seats. For families taking pictures of your graduate crossing the stage, please use the designated area for photos and return to your seat. Now, Dr. Debbie Ricker, our Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, will present the candidates for bachelor's degrees.
Thank you, President Chapdelaine. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts please rise?
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts with all the rights, privileges, opportunities, and obligations pertaining thereto.
Amir Abdulradi. Taha Rashid Afridi. Blake Torres Alexander. Chadbourne Reed Allen. Shelby Alexis Amsbacher. Panayota Fodios Antoneos.
Sure.
Christy Alexandra Appleby, cum laude.
Yeah.
Kylie Quinn Armstrong. Samantha Shelby Dakota Baldwin, magna cum laude. Daniel Michael Battle. Jacqueline Marie Beeler, cum laude. Joseph B. Benton. Carly M. Berkowitz. James Weston Binsteffer. Eleanor Ann Glazer. C.J. Blickenstaff. Jada Kiera Blount. Kyle Andrew Bosley. Whitney Lee Boyer. Alicia Bradley. Shania S. Braithwaite. Shariah L. Braithwaite. John William Braun, Jr. Jesse Austin Bronson. Kelly Michelle Brown. Myella Catrice Brown. Alyssa Ann Burdette, summa cum laude. Alyssa will be greeted by her mother, Karen Pope Burdette, class of 1990 and 1997. Jessica Michelle Burke. Daniel Zachary Burkhart. Alyssa Kate Boussard. Angela Therese Carpenter. Gabriel Enriquez Casuto. Gabrielle Lorraine Cavalier. Gabrielle will be greeted by her grandmother, Sandra I. Cavalier, class of 1985. Nicole Marie Coleman, cum laude. Alexander Stephen Cooper. Daniel Noah Kramer. Benjamin Kelly Croson. John Philip Curon, magna cum laude. Michelle Elizabeth Curry. Michelle will be greeted by her mother, Catherine Shank Offit, class of 1982. Shantae Natasha Curry.
Gentlemen, for the cameras.
Michael James Curry.
Gentlemen, sir.
Blaine Myron Daisy Jr. Justine Olivia Del Nunzio, magna cum laude. Drew Edward Demich. Timothy James Dietrich, summa cum laude. Carolyn Elizabeth Dingy. Megan Rose Donahue. Nicholas David Drillinger. Melissa Ann Dryman. Bria Felice Dunlap.
Nick.
Caitlin Virginia Detro. Gabriela Del Carmen Enriquez. Joseph Lee Foley, magna cum laude. Lauren Marie Federline. Lauren will be greeted by her aunt, Nicole Perry Cohen, Hood class of 1995. Lauren Hughes Fiocco. Gideon Pratt Fisher. Elena Nicole Fitz. Brittany Lynn Fluke. Patamawati Jennifer Forrester. Benjamin Scott Frady. Sarah Elizabeth French. Stephen Michael Friend. Samantha Marie Frizzell, magna cum laude. Jose Luis Galarza. Grant Michael Gallagher. Jonathan Jose Galnares. April R. Gans. Kenneth A. Garced Valle. Jeffrey E. Garcia.
Way to go, April!
Christopher Patrick Gardner II. Killian Christopher Gieselin. Brittany Ann George.
Chris! Turn around.
Angela Golmack. Summa cum laude. Victoria Hartman Gomez, cum laude. Thea Sarah Gonzalez, magna cum laude. Ashley E. Griffin. Catherine Ann Griggs. Cara Ann Grossbach. Alexis Marie Hahn. Alexis will be greeted by her brother, Brian G. Hahn, Hood Class of 2010. Christopher David Hamby. Catherine Gardiner Harmis. Matthew Alexander Hussein, cum laude. Phoebe Marie Hussein Bennett. Erica Deneen Hawkins. Jillian Mackenzie Hyman. Emily Louise Higby. Bianca Inez Lima Hope. Bianca will be greeted by her mother, Josefa Limahog, Hood class of 2000. Clayton M. Holdcroft, cum laude. Clayton will be greeted by his mother, Linda Wharton Baker Holdcroft, Hood class of 2010. Ashley Carolyn Holt. Sarah Latifa Hood. Gemma Louise Hunt, magna cum laude. Sarah N. Illig. Sarah will be greeted by her mother, Tamara A. Peer, class of 2003 and 2008. Chloe Alyssa Jackson. Rebecca Grace Jackson. Sylvia Antoinique Jennifer. Alexander William Jarnot. Shayla Denise Jenkins. Kylie Catherine Jennings.
Hey, Alex. All right.
Shannon Arlene Gilson. Lydia Jane Gimes, summa cum laude. Opal Cherie Juarez. Asterson, cum laude. Nicholas Jose Masucci Bichot, cum laude. Mitchell Edward Maddox. Michaela Rose McCarthy. Taylor Jane McGahee. Devin E. McKenzie. Joshua Allen McPherson. Kahembe Moses Mukua. Christina Marie Murphy. Sean Patrick Murphy. Yen Nguyen, cum laude. Taylor Danielle Nius. Patrick O'Brien, Jr. Belina Rihanna Unamake, cum laude. Tanner Brian Ruths.
Is that your mom? Here. Get it quick. Just drop that. Take her photo right there. Come on over. Just get her. I'll get her.
Marissa Rue Danielle Simbeni.
Thank you.
Hey, Frankie! Melanie Manucheri Sales.
Yeah, Rue.
Francesca Marielle Salzberg. Yay, Frankie!
Congratulations.
Logan Hannah Samuels, cum laude.
Wait, I want one.
No, you don't get one yet.
Congratulations.
Robert Sargison. Claire Marie Scarborough. Elizabeth Ann Sheeran, cum laude. Timon A. Shalinker. Kyle Nicholas Shields.
Liz.
Julia Marie Simpson. Elizabeth Marie Slick. Alexandra Ray Smith, cum laude. Brittany Natosha Smith.
Are you doing this for the college? Are you doing this for the college?
Oh, no.
Guillermo F.A.X. Sobolvaro. Ariana M. Sparks. Madison Faye Caroline Sparks. Clark Bradley Spesser, cum laude. Elena Quinn Thomas.
Carolina!
Billy Joe Thompson, cum laude. Shane Patrick Thompson, cum laude. Kyle Joseph Topher.
Yeah!
I would now like, you can be seated, sorry. I would now like to introduce Nancy Gleese from the class of 1981, who is our Vice President for Institutional Advancement.
Thank you, President Chapdelaine. It is indeed an honor to recognize the class of 2017 as Hood College alumni. While it may feel like your days on the Hood campus flew by, I am delighted to share with you that your new relationship with the college is just beginning and will last forever. As undergraduates, you developed deep relationships with faculty, staff, administrators, and each other. In the old days, back when I graduated from Hood, we were challenged to keep in touch. We were charged long-distance fees for a telephone call on a landline to a friend in another state. We needed paper, a pen, and a stamp in order to send a message through snail mail. We relied on the class news in the Hood magazine for updates on our college friends. Life has changed, and you are able to stay connected through the convenience of your phone. Instagram, Snapchat, Evertrue, Facebook, texting are your friends and give you real-time messaging. I encourage you to use it to stay in touch and continue to stay connected with each other and Hood College. Today, you are joining more than 21,000 who called Hood home. Distinguished in their professions, you too will be accomplished in your chosen fields. Remember, as you leave this campus and move beyond the boundaries of our classrooms and laboratories, all the things that you have learned. Nearly 100 years ago, the columns that support Alumni Hall were given by the classes of 1915, 1916, 1917, and 1918. They represent hope, opportunity, obligation, and democracy. Hope, to have a positive impact on the world. Opportunity, to fully use your talents and skills to realize your professional and personal goals. Obligation, to fulfill responsibilities with integrity and to be responsible stewards and servants for the betterment of others. And democracy, to embrace diversity, foster freedom of thought and expression. Cherish and live the lessons learned through these transformative years. Remember, Hood College is your alma mater for life, and welcome, class of 2017, to your alumni family. Congratulations.
I would now like to invite Clayton Holdcraft, Carla Kronsbein, Rayleigh Peterson, and Kayleen Wright to the podium to lead everyone in the singing of the alma mater. And I would ask everyone to please rise.
Friends, please be seated. Some days you're going to be pretty darn good. Other days you're going to be a hot mess. But listen, you and I are not left to our own resources. There is an amazing, holy power at work in you and in the world. A power that is the great mystery of life and love that is poured out on every one of us who asks and trusts. So despite what all of us who are your admirers say to you, you don't have it all and you don't have to. Would you please stand for a final blessing? Class of 2017, beautiful, hopeful, terrified, and trembling graduates, may God bless you. May you be given strength beyond your knowing, peace beyond your understanding, and may you know a love that will never fail you. Go into the world to share the best of who you are, the gifts that you have been given, and know above all that we love you.